Alright, so now that we've worked on the doors, now we're going to go ahead and of course start with the rear seats, because I'm going to be putting some more insulation and some more sound deadening on the back of the seats. The reason why, to make the ride a little bit quieter, and as well because I'm going to be putting a subwoofer in the back. Sneak peek. We're going to go ahead and remove the whole carpet of the floor. We're going to remove the both passenger and the driver's side seats and the center console, because we're also going to be doing the whole floor of this Tacoma. Let's go ahead and do it.
As JesseRizo stated, we are taking off the entire carpet. We want to insulate everything and sound deadening everything. First thing you're going to do is remove these back seats. Those are going to be 4 14mm bolts here. So that one. If you have a buddy, makes things so much easier. Ain't that right, Jesse?
Always.
Just pull out like so.
Nice and easy. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in a safe location.
The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna lower both the seat backs, and the way to do that is these Tacomas have a strap right here. Pull straight up on that. Then this one is right here in the middle. Pull straight up on that, and those go straight down. Now with the seat backs down, you have these 2 caps here. Same thing on that seat. Take them off. Boom, just like that. Take this one off. Grab this one. These bolts back here, they're also going to be a 14, just like the bolts that we had in the bottom. Alright, we have those 2 bolts off, and then this slides right out, just like so.
Hey look, there he is. Wave. And take note, it makes it easier if you start with your driver's side. That's why we did that.
Just like the driver's side, this just slides right out. To note on this one, the seatbelt, if you want to remove this 100% completely, there is a bolt back here for the seatbelt that is also a 14. It's right here.
Remove the seatbelt, it removes the whole backing just like that. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Like we stated, anybody can do this with some time.
So now we're starting on the driver's side. There's these 6 bolts that you gotta take off. Size 10 bolts. You just gotta go from driver's side to passenger side. These do have clips that pop out.
Don't get scared, it is going to be a little bit on the loud side. Do not get scared. You're not breaking anything.
Even pressure, so you're not putting too much pressure on just one clip that's back there. This all come out as one piece. Since Jesse does want to insulate this backing piece, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips here. We're going to use our pry tool to get these out, and these are like the ones how we said that they're not supposed to be reusable, but you can reuse them. We have access to the back piece.
So the next step is we're going to remove this whole storage compartment right here. Of course, as you can tell, if you guys do have this truck, it shows how to open it. You're going to notice all across there's these little like plastic pins, which are the ones that kind of were in the door panels that we showed you. You got to be careful with because they break, and we're not supposed to reuse them, but I will be. Tool, get it under there, pull up. And some of them might come up, so just kind of be careful on that, and that way you don't lose them. So you just want to go ahead and pop all around. Just like that.
Storage compartment removed. Now next thing that we're going to move up to is the seats. I have the seat all the way forward so I can access the 2 bolts that are down here. And to get to these, take these covers off, just go to the front, open them up a little bit, and they pop right out. This side, you open this side up, and here, get another finger, open it up, and it just pops out just like that. These 2 bolts, along with the bolts in front that we're going to get to right now, are going to be a size 14. Just to see all the way back, bolts that you're gonna get to is this bolt right here and this bolt right here. These that have no covers, just straight bolt. You just gotta move the seat back. The dedication of this guy. Look at him. He's trying to get them angles for y'all.
I'm trying to get these angles for you guys so you guys can see the front of how to remove the front side of the seats. So let's keep going.
Now that we got those bolts off, what you want to do is carefully and slowly bring the seat back, because you will see that there's a cable running to the 2016 and up Tacomas, and I'm pretty sure many other vehicles have this too. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna follow this cable, see exactly where it goes to, so I'm not unplugging too much. And I see that it goes to this plug and this plug, so I will disconnect these two. There's that one. There it is. This does have a clip right here, clip removal tool. Go in there. There it goes. And there, now you can safely remove seat out. Just be careful not to damage anything. You know, you are working on your own car at your own discretion, so we're not liable for any damages that you may cause to your own vehicles.
Ready, not ready.
See guys, having a friend helps a lot. Especially if you're getting as into it as we are. Ooh, the paint. Especially if you're getting into it as far as we are with insulating everything. If you were just doing door speakers and just doing the door, you would have been done a long time ago. Driver's side door. It's gonna be the exact same thing, guys. Like that, fo?
Hey. Alright you guys, so now that we removed everything from the rear and we removed the two front seats, which wasn't that bad, we're gonna go ahead and remove this whole center console. To remove this piece here, we're gonna have to go ahead and start with our shifter. Go ahead and get our hands like this, and you're gonna see there's a little chrome piece around the shifter. You just wanna go ahead and push down on it just like that, and it's gonna release it. Once you've done so, go ahead and just unscrew this. So once you've done so, next step, you're gonna go ahead and open up your armrest. So up next, we're gonna go ahead and remove, as you could tell right here, it's not connected. We're gonna go ahead and remove this whole piece. Start from the inside. Just get your plastic removal tool in there. Go ahead, of course, and start with the back right here. Just kind of work your way around it, and it'll pop up. I want to make sure it's straightforward. Now that it's all released in this section here, as you can tell, the e-brake has it secured. So you're going to notice this rubber boot, you're going to have to pull it up. And I will be honest, this section is a little bit on the tough side. You have to just kind of get it over all the way through, just like that. And that way you can remove this whole section here. Don't tug on it too far. The reason why is because there is a wire underneath. Unclip it. So up next, there's going to be a little cut in this carpet here. You stick your finger in it and it pops right off. You're gonna notice there's two bolts there, an extension which will help you out, and it's gonna be a size 10 socket. Just like that. So up next, now that we've removed the little screws, you're gonna notice there's some wiring here, and that's just going to your cigarette lighter. This side, you just unplug it, nice and easy. This one, you do want to be a little bit careful. Get your pry tool, get it in there, and just kind of push it out, just like that. There's two little clips that are holding it there, but those are easy to remove, just like that, and this whole piece should release. So the next step into removing this other little plastic piece, you're going to notice there's a screw here, a screw there, and a screw here. You can either use a size 8 socket, or you can just use a Phillips head. After you remove those 3 screws, you want to go ahead and just pull this back, and it's just held in with clips. Before you yank on it or anything like that, you're also going to notice there is a clip right here, and this is some of the wiring, so you're going to have to just remove that. So now that we removed the center console, we're getting this much closer to being able to remove the carpet. So I know it is a longer process, but it's not that hard. Anybody can do it. I have to remove this plastic right here, which it just pops off. It's just held in with clips. If you guys saw my CB radio install or my bed lighting install, you know. Now for the front driver's side, we're gonna go ahead and same thing. It just pops right off, nice and easy. This is not a hard process. The 2016 and up Tacoma, there's this little back panel here. Usually is a pin back there. Just unscrew this here. And then after this thing's held in with clips as well, just like that. Next, you're gonna notice, so just like that. After removing the cover here, you're gonna go ahead and remove this. It is gonna be a 14mm socket. Go ahead and leave the bolt in there. I'm not gonna remove it. You just wanna go ahead and pull it nice and even. Pop it off. Just work your way around it, and it comes right off. Now that we have everything out of our way that we need to get out of our way, and like Jesse took these off, it's gonna be the same on the other side. So now what we can start doing is start peeling back the carpet. And you don't want to yank on any one part too hard, because the carpet can rip.
So just take your time, go slow. And then this rail right here, just move it forward. Jesse could vacuum, slide off, and then all the carpet's gonna go up, and then in a second we're gonna go to the other side, get those panels off, slide these rails off, and it's gonna be the same for the front. There's another set of rails there. Once you get there, just slide the entire thing to the front and it'll pop out.
Now that we removed the carpet, you're going to notice there's a lot of insulation underneath. So there's 3 ways to go about this. So first way is just kind of tuck it over this center piece here. And what you can do here is just lay down your material, put this back down, and just kind of work around the whole insulation. The second choice, which is the choice that I'm going to do, you don't have to because it is a little messy, is just cutting around the slits here. And if you notice over here on the passenger side, there's a bunch of wiring and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it so that way I can remove the whole insulation and just make my install life a little bit easier. And then after, I'm going to go ahead and put the insulation back along with the carpet. The third option, which I seriously just would not recommend it, and I don't think you guys should do it, is of course removing all of this. So if you're not car savvy, even though that I'm a little car savvy and Steve as well, I don't even want to do that, so I wouldn't recommend it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it and remove this. Let's go ahead and do it. Now that we're ready to pretty much lay down the material, everything's literally out. I mean, as you can tell, it looks awesome. Before you, like we stated, you always want to go ahead and get some rubbing alcohol and clean up the surface. But before doing so, as for the carpet, you're going to notice you're going to have maybe dirt, rocks, sand, other things like that, especially if your truck isn't new. So we're first going to go ahead and vacuum everything up. Once we've vacuumed everything up and we're satisfied, then that's when we're going to go ahead and get the rubbing alcohol and go on from there and install the material. Next, you want to make sure not to cover any bolts that are there. Even if there's no bolts, you got to remember when you were taking everything off, that has to go back in that same spot. So like for example here, there's holes all around here. We're going to need that to be exposed. So make sure not to cover it with the material. So just keep that in mind. You should be golden. So we're going to go ahead and use the cardboard cutter sheets out what we need. You want to go ahead and get the biggest sections first because it's going to be the easiest. This back section here, it is going to be a little bit harder because there is sections we have to cut off, and as you can tell, there's a lot of grooves in here. One thing you do have to know about this material, I don't know how familiar you guys are with wrapping vehicles, but this is, I would say, maybe a little bit similar. If you stretch the material too much, it can tear. So just keep that in mind. When you're rolling it and you're trying to stretch it out, it can tear. Keep that in mind. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll get back to you once we finish this back section here. Right now, we're pretty much finished. The whole sound deadening material is laid down on the floor. All doors are done, including the driver and the back passenger. We'll go ahead and show you. The whole back seats are also sound deadened with the material, and it's gonna look really good, and I know it's gonna sound good once we put the subwoofer in. So let's go ahead and show you really quick. So as you can tell, that is the back seats. So the material's already all laid out, nice and clean. We cut out everything that might have a screw or anything like that, or clips that go into it, as you can tell. But it looks really good. So basically now, That I just showed you the back. You guys see everything's done. If you guys did not purchase the thermal insulation, basically right now you just want to go ahead and put everything back in reverse order. We do have the thermal insulation, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that out now. So it's basically going to be the same thing like you cut your material. Go ahead and, you know, trim it up and lay it down. The only thing, you don't need to use your roller for the insulation. It's just literally you peel it off and you stick it on. I'll show you one section. So as stated, if you guys did not purchase the thermal insulation, you guys are basically done. You want to go ahead and lay down back all your plastics, your carpet, and just everything in reverse order. For the install on this, it's seriously super easy. On this part, you do not need your roller. Just going to go ahead and pull back the backing. You can tell this is the sticky side. Almost the same install. I mean, if you do have plugs or screws, anything that needs to be open, just make sure to cut out that hole just like we did here, and then you want to go ahead and lay it. This stuff is seriously easy to lay. With this, you want to go ahead and lay it everywhere as much as you can. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll get back to you guys in a bit. So now we laid down the foam insert. You could tell on the outside we did not put any of it. The reason why is because then your paneling might not fit. If you really wanted to and you didn't want to put that plastic backing that we did take off, you could always cover these holes with some more of this Noico Solutions 80 mil. Now we just finished up with the insulation, so all the doors have it. As you can tell, it's nice and insulated. You can't see the sound deadening anymore, as well as the floor. Same with that side, that door, and the whole backing. It's pretty much done. If you did want to go to the extreme, you can always do your headliner, which maybe I'll do in the future, but I won't be doing it on a video. But I'm just gonna end up probably doing my headliner. Just right off the bat, you can feel that it's a lot warmer just rubbing your hand through it, in all honesty. Alright, so now that we're done, we're just going to go ahead and put everything back in reverse order. Like we stated, if you didn't go this far and you didn't purchase this extra material, the insulation, you would have already put back the material. But as far as for us, we needed to lay that down. So now we're going to go ahead and put, of course, the stock insulation. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put the carpet, put all the seats back together, and just put everything back together. And it's going to look like we never did anything, nice and stock. Right, let's get to that. Wha-bam! Alright, so stock insulation is back in. Same as back here. Now we're going to go ahead and put the carpet. I'll get back to you guys. Bam! Carpet's in, you guys. Looks good now. Nice with the carpet. So right now that the carpet is out, you want to just go ahead and take advantage and vacuum it. As you can tell, mine is now vacuumed. It looks clean from originally when we had took it off. So up next, let's go ahead and get to the rest. I'll transition back. It's all in now. Center console is done. Everything is back in, nice and clean. Everything is back to stock. You can't even tell that we did anything. I do want to say some things right now, so if you guys can, please stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and transition to that. So I think you guys can probably tell that this is a long process. It's a super easy install. I mean, like literally anybody can do it. The only thing, it's time consuming. For me and my good friend Steve, I think it took us about 13 hours.
Keep in mind, we are recording and we are, you know, stopping to like get good angles for you guys. So that did add a lot to the time. You probably could do it in
what, like 5 to 7 hours maybe?
Yeah, 5 to 7 hours. I would say
help,
maximum 9 if you have help.
Yeah, with help it'd probably be like 3 to 5 hours if you had help, of course.
Yeah,
I am satisfied with it. Me and him were talking off camera. When you shut the door now, it feels really insulated. Like it's, how would you explain it? Like
it feels like you're shutting out the outside world.
Yeah. Once again, if you guys do want to go ahead and purchase any of this, it is all in the description box below. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the sound upgrade video.
The fuck was that? JesseRizo, auto vlogger, DIY. JesseRizo is here for you. It's here for you, Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.